Oh, look what just walked in. I can't imagine you'd get much of a rise out of Vesuvius, being what you are. Maybe I'll have more luck with you.
Secret your secrets in secret.
I was just thinking the same thing.
I will haunt you for now.
Isn't this better? You and me alone, for just a little while. Away from jihad and the nonsense, and the dangers, just the two of us. I don't want to spoil the moment, but there's a reason I needed to speak to you alone.
Let's soak in this moment, until our skins get wrinkly.
Let's.
I'm still soaking. I'm still soaking. I'm still soaking. I'm still soaking.
Yes. Well, moving on. The reason I asked you up here is because I and the rest of the Hollywood kindred have been under surveillance lately by hunters. I didn't want you to say anything that might draw attention.
Me, draw attention. Under the looming shadow of Wormwood, never.
This is gonna be interesting. I'm Velvet. Valor. Call me Velvet. It's been months since I've seen anyone new in here. I was starting to take it personally. And who should finally walk in but a real celebrity? I've heard a lot about you. So, wouldn't you like to know about me?
I want to climb into your skin and stand in front of a mirror.
Flatterer? No, I'm just a dancer. Keep it up and maybe I'll give you your own very private show. I could make your heart beat again.
I like being dead, but I'll risk life if you'll tell me more about you.
I'm like a book. All you have to do is run your finger down my spine and crack me open to see what I'm about.
More of the hunters than fingers.
Hunters. Yes. They've been staking out Hollywood for several weeks. They've been in Ash's club, mine, a few others. I think they're whittling down their list of suspects. I'm a bit nervous. Until recently, I had one right under my nose.
I usually keep them under my feet.
For a few weeks, one of them was working here at Vesuvius, keeping an eye on the clientele. I found a weapon in her locker and I fired her. She's still in Hollywood watching my club. And me.
She came to this city for our heads. Handing her hers is the only way to end it.
I've had to adjust a lot to this existence. And I've accepted that I may have to do just that. But I'm a suspect, and if she ends up dead, and I'm seen, they'll either kill me or chase me into obscurity, where I'll wither and die.
I can make it so she never watches you and breathes dirt.
Would you? I think it might be a little much to ask.
You already asked, and your gaze was enough to make my decision. I will.
You'd really be willing to do this for me? I won't lie. It's gonna be dangerous. But if you got rid of her, I'd be grateful. Very, very grateful.
I want you to be grateful. A lot. Point me at the hunter.
She works over at the Sin Bin now. Her hair's blonde. On top. Broken heart tattoo on the small of her back. Dances under the name Chastity. As if that wasn't a dead giveaway. I want you to understand. I don't want any innocents killed on my account. So if there are other dancers or patrons around, you'll have to lure them away from her. Do it as quietly as you can. No witnesses, please. And be careful using disciplines around the hunter.
I will reappear with her blood on my smile.
Stop doing that. Mother shan't be too pleased. None too pleased.
Пожалуй, лучше зайти с тыла. Синбин. Обновляемся еженедельно. Новые поступления по лейблам. Игривый кролик. Эротическое видео для семейных пар. 7 мутно снятых соития. Театр неугасшей страсти. Жена министра. Фантазии под юбкой. Вдовий водила. Игривый кролик приоткрывает горячайшие сцены секса без пениса. Как скандально непристойно. Коллекция девушек, жадно глядящих в глаза друг другу в борьбе за саксофон.
Stop.
Зверодрочеры. Лучшие из лоснящихся пернатых и облизывающихся мохнатых. Национальный антропоморфный проводник. В поисках дикого мадагаскарского древесного херолаза. Вуфер леди Чаттерлей. Йети Фелчер. Большой геймер Лошара 4. Сними мохнатку. Всемирная охота на гусей 19. Горячая кончина водоплавающих Нила. Рубиру. Рифмы с Рацпакт. Хентай Прон. Горячайшая заокеанская программа. Все для школьницы. Групповушка. Мокрое сиденье паровозика. Монголикая андрогинность. Докажи, что ей не 18. Мичипунани. Когда тентакли повстречались щелку. Клизма мастерши 2004. Личная инфа Флинна. Пошли вон. Как связаться с DMP? Кажется, нужно просто ответить на звонок таксофона ниже по улице и сказать, что разгуливает по ночам с жуткими демонами. Боже. От всей этой херни мурашки по телу. Просто памятка самому себе, чтобы никогда этого не делать. Разве что если там начнут крутиться реальные бабки. Ну или бабы. Но это вряд ли. Инфа о большом фермере Джоне. Джон наконец-то перестал сниматься и начал делать фильмы. Как и ожидалось, он помешался на фермерской тематике. Он просил связаться с ним по телефону 1-888-555-0101. Этому чуваку нужна помощь. Выручка за вчерашний день.
Rustling robes of the Reaper.
Выручка девственницы. PS $120. Выручка Джейн. CR $100. CR $250. CR $250. CR $150. CR $250. CR $550. 2 клиента. CR $150.
You're in for it now.
Выручка Кэрри. PS $240. CR $350. CR $750. Шоу уродов. CR $250. CR $250. CR $350. CR $250.
Eloise said you. Cranberry sauce. How dare
Deep
Fox
of the Atlantic. Dark.
Управление окнами пип-шоу. Окно 1 неисправно. Окно 2 работает. Окно 3 работает. Примечание. Детали для окна 1 уже заказаны. ФБ.
Yeah, what are you looking for, honey?
How about a free ride for an old friend?
Oh. Okay. I'll just go back into the pleasure palace.
I will meet you in that carnal kingdom.
Dry the corpse in the oven with peppers and fur.
Look who's back.
Долли.
Couldn't stay away, could you?
About the hunting one.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter hunted.
If we'd never taken the paths we did in life, could we have grown fond of each other? A shame you had to take her life. But you saved mine, and I won't forget that.
She made our choice. It was her decision.
Yes, but through this ordeal I've gained an enticing new ally, and I'm beginning to think it was fate.
I am next to you and in your head.
You're just saying what I want to hear. Don't stop.
Didn't plan on it. Tell me something else. Tell me of the old tree, called Abrams, whose roots run deep in this city.
I adore Isaac. He's the father I never had. Why, if anything happened to him, I'd just end it all. But nothing ever will. Isaac's gifted, a saintly patron of the arts, and the most respected kindred in this city.
How astute. Tell me something else. Tell me of Isaac's child.
Ash. Isaac does so love him. We're like step-siblings, Ash and I. But I think Ash is reckless. He's never been comfortable with what he's become. And he's getting careless.
I see. Tell me something else. Hollywood. What does this woman want me to do?
Bingo. Sightsee. Chat. And me, of course.
Aha, tell me something else. What is your fable, doll? How come, when the music starts, your clothes fall off?
I'm a dancer.
Aha, tell me something else.
Mm-hmm.
How come you hide your true name behind a fabric, Susan?
There's only one part of my body I don't want anyone entering, and that's my head. That other name, never say it again. It belongs to a dead girl.
Why are you hiding your past from me, doll?
I'm not hiding my past. I'm not that girl. She was flawed. She was naive. She was nobody. And now she's dead. Let the dead rest in peace. My name is Vivi. Show yourself out. I'd like to say a prayer for someone I used to know.
Yes, well, moving on.
Poor David Hatter.
A patron, did he not tip well?
David Hatter's an aspiring screenwriter and hotel manager. He comes in more often than he would admit. Several years now. Poor dear just can't get a break. I overheard him talking about his new screenplay with one of my girls. It was about secret societies and creatures that found themselves dealing with inner beasts and persecution by elder monsters. Sound reminiscent of something to you?
He's in my head?
No. It's about Kindred. The details of his story were too insightful to be coincidental. I think someone's working with David, a Kindred who doesn't realize the consequences of their actions. Do you know what the penalty for revealing ourselves to Kine is?
Scoop out his eyes, replace with cherry bumps.
Death. I'm afraid poor David's big break. The screenplay he's worked so hard on must be destroyed, and his less-than-silent partner must be executed. I know David too well. I'm very fond of David, and I'm too close to do what needs to be done.
Hatter's play must remain unfinished and in a lot of pieces.
I don't think Hatter knows his collaborator is Kindred. You'll have to take David's screenplay, and somehow you'll have to coax the name of his source out of him. Once you found out who, kill the traitor. But do not touch David.
There will be no problem when I am through.
David works at the Lucky Star Motel. He's very passionate about his writing. He loves to talk about his craft. I'm sure he'll talk about his screenplay. It may take some persuasion to get him to give up his collaborator's name, however.
My ways are many and hilarious.
After this is over, I promise you'll have my complete attention.
First the Hatter, then the chatter, then I matter to the doll.
Night eating you?
I'm looking for a Hatter. Is this your tea party?
I'm David Hatter, the manager here. Did you call earlier? 'Cause I had to give your room away. Apologies. My bad.
Manager, a pity. I was looking for a writer by your name.
Oh, wait. Hold on a sec. Okay. Writer's such a tarnished term, you know what I mean? It's like every other guy says he's a writer, right? Like, you write a letter, you're a writer, you know? It's like, what I do, that's screenwriting. Like, I encapsulate the essence of excellent film in my scripts, all right? Like, I'm like a blacksmith with pens, all right? I'm a welder of montage.
If your prose is as good as you are spastic, it must be a literary treasure.
It's called passion, man. It's like my calling, okay? Like the reason for my existence. I'm always like constantly in thought about how to approach my next project, see, and it's just like a tempest of fantastic ideas moving through me, like always, like a flood through a hose.
What do you forge with your pen?
Does a writer write, or does he just like ink the flotsam and jetsam floating in his subconscious into a 120-page piece of film genius? But you know, most of my subconscious is filled with old horror films, so that's what I write mostly, I guess.
Why can't more horrors be love stories? They mix divinely.
Right, that's what I'm talking about. There hasn't been many good horror films in a long time, and I'm gonna turn that all around. Like, when I bust the stuff I'm working on, it's gonna be like a revolution in the horror genre, okay?
There are creatures crawling around an infamous videotape.
Trash. That ain't horror. Horror is scary, like hairs on the back of your neck, you know what I'm saying? Like afraid to go in a dark room. That tape, that's for sick people, like disturbed types, you know?
Where would a depraved mind find its prey?
I saw a part of it at a buddy's house, and I think he got the tape at one of those porn shops in Hollywood. I'm not sure. Guy's a pal, you know, but he's got freaky tastes, and the owner turned him onto the tape, I think.
What do you forge with your pen now?
Me? I'm like looking to redefine the vampire movie, okay? Like, tons of people make vampire flicks, like popular characters, but me, I'm going to be doing the real deal. Like, not only is it going to be scary, but it's going to be believable.
I would like to rent your movie's blueprint. Do you have one for me?
A good writer always does in this town. Hey, you in the business? Because, man, I got tons of ideas for movies. In fact, I should give you one of my completed screenplays. This one's still a work in progress.
I can put your script in the hands of the dream makers. I know many.
You do? Man, that's fantastic! I can give you my screenplay if you promise to keep it safe.
Did others lend their voice to this story?
I really can't talk about it. He likes his privacy.
Everyone in this city pants for fame. Is he any different?
Okay. He's a guy, calls himself Julius. He lives under the pier. In fact, I'm supposed to meet him tonight. We talk about vampire film ideas all the time. He's a weird guy, but really creative, you know. I love how his mind works.
I'm late. I'm late for an important date, hater.
Deep of the Atlantic, dark, dreaming, sleeping.
Дистрибьюция Black Rose. Работаем с 1998 года. Танцующие оборотни. Открывай здесь двери часто, чтобы оборотень в небе смог в конце концов тебя достичь.
Can't see. Where have my eyes gone to?
Управление принтером. Распечатка списка последних сделок. Пожалуйста, подождите.
Going somewhere?
My body doesn't obey to me. Just take it.